Welcome to my podcast. Welcome to my podcast.
I am nothing but an attention-seeking time bomb, a disaster waiting to happen.
I can't control my horny level.
You're not manly because you watch the Patriots and drive a Harley. You understand that? You people are out of the pit of hell. And I pledge eternal warfare and defeat. We are gonna beat you. And humanity is gonna get past you, you cancer.
Welcome to DubalDee's world.
Welcome back to my show. Alright, well, I love radio, but singing's definitely not my thing. But I'm back. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. This is episode 3. Soon, hopefully, I can numbering off the episodes because there's going to be so many that it won't even matter. But we got a good show for you today. We got some more clips. We have Facebook and society. I'm going to endorse who I'm going to vote for this upcoming election, and we got much more, so stay tuned. Hi folks, this is Double D, and you've been listening to me rant about God knows what. If you like what you're hearing, or if you just want to subject this crap to someone else, follow me on Twitter at EdsRant, EDS Rant, or like my Facebook fan page, Double D's World. Other than that, stay tuned for more of this crap, because really, what else are you gonna do?
You are not going to grow a tomato. You're not going to do anything. You're going to go to the store and you're going to eat GMO cross-species tomatoes and potatoes.
Let's start this off by talking about Facebook. Yup, Facebook. Isn't that the greatest thing? Isn't that what you're checking on your cell phone all day, every day? Looking at what people are liking, what people are commenting on, what pictures people are uploading, what awesome podcast page people are uploading that you should like, called Double D's World, and other things like that. But Facebook is becoming more than just a social network. Facebook is getting people in trouble. It's also being used as therapy. Ridiculous, right? Let's start off with the therapy. Where do you go when you're pissed off? Alright, you don't want to go bitch to your mom because she's already been bitching at you about something. You don't want to go bitch to a friend. But you know what you do? You go on Facebook and you type in blah blah blah, this sucks, I hate my life, and somebody's gonna look at that and comment and say, no, hey, everything's gonna be alright, you know, you're just overreacting, blah blah blah. And there's always someone there. Facebook makes you feel like you're not alone. Alright, right now I'm looking at a post from a girl that's on my Facebook page, and this girl in the past hasn't exactly had the best of luck finding a boyfriend. And in her post currently, it's something along the lines of, why are there no good guys? They're either married or there was some bitchy girlfriend. Why can't I get it? Why me? Blah blah blah. Why? And I apologize if this person's listening right now, because she obviously likes my page and she likes me enough to be friends with me on Facebook. I have to use you as an example. Why? Because, you're not the only one that does it. Everyone tends to do it. A friend of mine the other day wrote how it sucks that his car's broken down and his tax return money is going all towards his car. Alright, why is he telling everyone? Why do people? Because it's a release. People use this so they don't go insane. Nobody ever feels alone on Facebook. As long as there's people that know you, people commenting, people liking statuses, people uploading pictures, you'll never be alone. It's a better companion than an animal. That's why there's women in their 40s. And these women are doing what? What do you get requests for 10 million times a day? Alright, 2 things. Words with Friends, which I love, or Farmville. Why? You know, don't you think they should be cleaning the house, cooking dinner? No, stop it. No women jokes. No, but really, don't you think they have anything better to do with their time? No, because reality sets in, and they realize that my husband's just sitting there idlessly. I don't know what word I was going for, but he's sitting idle watching television. Alright, bring nothing new to the table. Alright, your daughter's either a whore or just on the computer herself. Your son is, God knows, just doing his own thing. So you go somewhere where you feel needed. Alright? And that's Farmville. They need you for your crops, your plants. You can buy Facebook money and get other things. And I've never actually played, but it makes a lot of sense. That's why you hear about cat ladies or dog ladies or people that can't get in relationships but are absolutely in love with their animals. They'll spend more on their animals than they spend on themselves. Why do they do that? Because there's something in their life that they're missing. There's some fulfillment that they get from having an animal, alright? And they subdue themselves where animals are more important because animals are always going to be there and they need you, alright? We don't live in a time like the nifty 50s where the man worked all day, brought home the money, alright? He needed the wife to make sure everything was going smoothly at the house, alright? She needed him to make the money so they could buy what they needed, alright? The kids worked either in the house or, in a job, and everyone was a family. But it's not like that anymore. Everyone has their iPhones. Everyone's just doing their thing. And that's what Facebook has become. What else Facebook has become in a social aspect as a cheaters network. I don't know if cheaters is the best way to describe this, but it's become a place where people's temptations run rampant. If you're in a relationship, Facebook is almost your worst enemy. Double D, why didn't you write on my wall? Double D, why didn't you like my picture? Double D, why do you never do this? Double D, why does it say we're not in a relationship anymore? Because you're dumped. No, but seriously, you could write something very innocently on somebody's wall and you're looked upon as a scumbag. I recently went through a pretty bad breakup from a pretty bitchy ex-girlfriend, and she didn't allow me to have friends that were girls, and she hated when I hung out with guy friends. And I trusted her enough that if I just left Facebook open on my computer, like, it was fine. I went from having like 300 Facebook friends, kids in college and high school and I know at work or whatever, to having like 100, because she went through and deleted almost every single girl because she could not trust me. I asked her, I'm like, why did you delete Gina Nunzio, for instance? She's my cousin. Because there's so many temptations on Facebook, she couldn't trust me. She had such bad self-esteem about herself. And apparently I was doing something wrong by liking so-and-so's picture that the jealousy sets in. Facebook is almost like the death of certain people. The death of relationships. Relationships can end before they start. What do you mean by that? Double D decides to go, do 18 shots with weird dudes in Rhode Island with one of his best friends. Is that weird? Yeah, well, if I have some drunk pictures where I'm taking off my shirt and, showing off my manly hairy chest, and maybe some girl that I'm interested in on my Facebook looks and she's completely turned off by it, that's the death of me. You know what I mean? Or if I'm drunk posting something and I look desperate or I look lonely or I look horny, and people see these things when they're friends with you, and that's like a turn off because they don't want to be part of that situation. And I've been victim of it. And if I'm friends with you on Facebook, I just look at you as a friend, because if I don't know if I could, with all the stuff and all the crap that's been on my Facebook, pictures and things that have been, things that I've done, I don't think that anyone there would date me. But right now I'm not looking to date, and I am. I'm looking to date. I don't want to get in anything serious right now, just because I'm looking for an apartment. I'm looking for someone to live, and I don't want to subject anyone to what I want to be able to settle down and figure stuff out. But Facebook, to a lot of people, if people didn't have Facebook, I don't know. I'm going to make a very bold statement right now. Facebook saves lives. And Zuckerberg, you should post that on your Facebook. Facebook saves lives because people need this release, and they need to do these things, and they need to make these contacts. Because if they didn't, my father always told me, your worst enemy is yourself. Whatever's going through your mind, okay? And what's going through my mind, if I didn't have people to talk to, or the access that I have to this social media network, I really believe what would I be doing with my time? I'd be doing a puzzle and just thinking about things, and it drives it drives some people crazy. And I really think that instead of so-and-so, like the Columbine, I bet if they had Facebook and they realized that there was other people and there was groups and there was stuff and people just like them, that they wouldn't have done what they did. And there's another bold statement. I really don't think Columbine would have happened if there was Facebook. Yep, you heard it here, folks. Alright, well, we need to take a quick break. I'm going to get back, talk a little politics. Don't go anywhere. Come on, what you're listening to can't be that painful.
Ow! What was the point of all that?
Well, too damn bad. Stay tuned for Double D's World.
I can't, what?
Yes, you know, I hate getting political. But, well, everything's kind of based off politics if you look at it at certain standpoints or certain whatevers. But I gotta make my endorsement. Why? Well, I'll tell you why. Not that my opinion matters any, but I'm supporting Mr. Mitt Romney. Why? For Romney care? Hell no. Actually, it has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with business. My candidate who I wanted, Herman Cain, slandered, lied about, no longer on the ticket to be president, but could be a very valuable vice president to Mitt Romney. Two minds that run businesses. This country needs to be run like a business for it to work. We're spending way too much money and we're not getting enough money coming in. I don't understand after we found out Pakistan was harboring Osama bin Laden, that we still give them something like $1 billion in aid a year. $1 billion. We're 15, 16, 17 million, trillion dollars in debt. And we're giving Pakistan, alright, aid. Alright, we need to stop giving our money away. We need to stop giving all of our money to China. We need to stop giving all of our money to these different aids that we don't need to. We need to start helping ourselves. And when you look at the media and they want you to donate money, it's never for the U.S. When the hurricane hit Haiti and all those people were up and there were those ads about for the Haitians, you know, text this number and you donate $10 to the Haiti fund. I'm sorry, but countries need to deal with themselves. Our country doesn't have that kind of money. Why can't they do that, you know, for our government? We need to cut the debt down. Why doesn't everyone, you know, text the number in and donate $10? Because people want to help other countries when they need to be focusing and in helping our country. If we stop doing this crap, like the whole Libya thing, I don't know if anyone realized, like, oh, it's like, oh, we're not in Libya, like, you know, almost like it never happened. We bombed. Well, I'm sorry, the U.S. didn't, NATO did, but NATO is made up of us, and, you know, the Foreign Alliance and all that, but it's mostly us. And Obama did not go through Congress, but declared, he didn't officially declare war, but I mean, if you start bombing a country, you basically declare war on that country. And that country is in disarray now. But you never hear about it. Turn on CNN. Do you hear about Libya? No. That countries like that, Tunisia, all the countries around there are in civil war. And there's no government, there's nothing running them, and we send them money and aid. Who's taking that aid? All right, if they don't have a government, we're just giving them money to the rebels? What are they doing? It is absolutely ridiculous. Mitt Romney sees this, and he knows that we can't be giving this money away. Herman Cain, the same deal. Alright? For some reason, our society looks at rich people and they look at them as in a negative connotation. Mitt Romney made a bet with Rick Perry. Said, "Oh, I bet you something like $10,000." That's not true. And everyone's like, "Oh, he's a rich guy. You know, he's throwing his money around. Blah, 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 blah." No, screw that. All right. Why does Mitt Romney have money? Is he a greedy, whatever, and he, steals from the poor and just lines his pockets? Yeah, I bet there's some, rich people that do that. All right, they get around, Warren Buffett, they get around and, play the system so they pay less taxes. But you always hear, oh, if people, if the rich just paid their fair share. The rich pay their fair share. Okay, Obama, how about you write me a check? I'm not in the middle class. I don't consider myself poor because I have a job and I can sustain myself. But how about you write me a check from your own personal bank account? This is coming from a man who's never worked a day in his life. All right? And rich people of wealth, I shouldn't say rich people because that just kind of brings off a negative connotation. People of wealth that have started from the bottom, busted their humps, worked night, day, weekends, anything just to get by. Alright? And they start planning, they develop businesses, and they start doing well for themselves. And I get all this crap for liking Herman Cain. He's not a politician. He doesn't know how to run things. And I also get crap because I'm Italian. And, you just like him because of Godfather's Pizza. Oh, we can't take you serious. A good business. How does a good business run? If a good business wants to expand, they cut expenses and they only develop and they only expand when they make a profit. We're in debt as a country. This country needs to be run like a business. Because we're in debt as a country, we need to figure out how we can be making more money, have more money coming in, and not from tax dollars. It is vital that we do not raise taxes because that's going to hurt you and I. My suggestions, we need to start bringing businesses back here. You should not be buying, when you buy fruit, it's coming from other countries. Alright, when you buy vegetables, it's coming from other countries. Oh, well, Double D, it's cheaper. They have, they mass produce the bananas down there and they send it up here and it's cheaper. Have you been to the supermarket lately with inflation? It isn't cheaper. Alright, some things we have to, we have to import. That's fine, but other things that we can do right here, made in America, alright? Maybe the product will be a little more expensive, but there won't be inflation. We need the competition right here. Okay? We don't need to be competing on which pinto bean we want to buy from China. If we stop, that's another country we're giving aid to. It's China. We need to stop giving them aid. They're not going to go to war with us. Alright? And frankly, their government is absolutely dumb right now. Because they're watching us in Europe fall. They're watching our dollar fall, and they're kind of just sitting there chuckling like, oh, funny man, oh. And they don't realize that if we go under and we stop buying stuff from them, what is that gonna do for their country? They're gonna go right down the toilet too. It's almost like it's a, it's a roller coaster. And we elect a Republican, and we start bringing jobs back, and there becomes blue-collar workers. We need to start, making our mills here. You know what? Maybe we should do, something smarter, more fuel-efficient, whatever. But we need to start doing everything right here in this country. We need to pump our own oil. I'm not saying we can't import anything. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is we need to start making more money as a country than we spend. It is vital that people wake up. Stop looking at this as politics. People hear politics and they shut their ears. You need to listen to me. Don't block your ears. Get your hands off your friggin' ears. This has nothing to do, this doesn't have to do with politics. This has to do with your future. Your kids, your kids' kids, yourself. We need to do things right now for our future. Because the way this is going is, has anyone read the book 1984? Alright, if you have, you know what I'm talking about. Government control. Do people here honestly want the government to control everything? Do you want the government to control when you go to work? Do you want the government to control where you live? Do you want the government to control what you eat? Or would you rather work when you want? Eat what you want? Live where you want? Absolutely. Absolutely. And the way we're going, and that's socialism, by the way, folks. The way we're going is that way. We need someone who isn't going to pat you on the back and say everything is going to be okay. I'm sorry. Alright, it's just like how society is looked at right now. Like, I don't have any kids, thank God. Poor kids. But say you have a son or a daughter that plays t-ball. Alright, first of all, everyone bats. There are no outs. Because you don't want the kids to feel bad. And at the end of the year, everyone gets a trophy. No matter how good, no matter how bad you are. Does that teach your kid anything? It teaches them not to be let down. Life is full of letdowns. Okay? We need the coach that says, hey, alright, we sucked today. Alright, maybe not saying that to kids playing t-ball, but we need the coach saying, hey, we sucked today and we need to work harder to get better for tomorrow. Obama is the coach giving everybody trophies, patting them on the back and saying, hey, we stuck in there, and maybe we'll get them next time. Something my college, I play college football, and something my college football coach says, we can come into the gym, work our asses off every day, and maybe win a championship. But maybe not. But if we don't come into that gym every day, we're not going to win a championship. We need to run this country like a sports team. We need to run this country like a business. Mitt Romney, Herman Cain, 2012, vote. This is vital. If we don't turn this country around, everything is going to go to hell. And I want to add that I am thankful Obama became president. And people kind of look at me funny when I say this, but I am thankful because if this was John McCain and things just stayed the same, or I'm not saying if he was going to do good, he was going to do bad. I'm saying if things weren't changing and people were jumping on him, like people are starting to see about Obama, then everyone would flip and vote Democrat, and we would be on a very slippery slope. It's almost a blessing that Obama is doing so bad, so people can wake up. All right? People don't even know anything about certain politicians, and they're already turned off. I could ask you about Sarah Palin, and you'd be like, so, you know, it's completely turned off. It's like you get a disgusting feeling right away. Why? Think in your heads right now. Why does Sarah Palin turn you off? Because she's a Republican? So what? There's Republicans and Democrats, whatever. She ran, you know, for vice president with John McCain. Okay, she wanted to be president, but she ran with John McCain. She lives in Alaska. That's a U.S. state, last time I count, and there's 50, thank you, Obama. She likes guns, okay, that's in our Constitution. Anything else? She's a grandma, well, it's part of life. Anything else? Her daughter got pregnant young, well, that's pretty much everyone now, alright? So tell me something about her that's not human. She's from the planet Galgamon. Okay, alright, that's enough. That's just ridiculousness. You're listening to Rants, and More Rants on DubalDee's World.
Barack Obama is from the planet Pluto and chops children's heads off and drinks their blood.
You know what really grinds my gears? You know what grinds my gears?
It's this whole concept of the bullying nowadays and the anti-bullying message. And, you know, I'm all about anti-bullying. You know, bullies fucking suck. Who wants to get bullied? Nobody. You know? Just because a kid's a little bit bigger, they think, you know, they're all big and tough. Wait till you fucking grow up, buddy. Everyone's gonna catch up and maybe be even bigger than you. And listen, I feel bad for anyone that's committed suicide, but you gotta go tell somebody. You gotta tell your parents or your friends, counselor, anybody. Don't hold it in. Just gonna build up. So, the way I see it, when bullying happens, the kid that gets picked on is either going to take it out on the bully or on himself. A couple days ago, I'm watching A Christmas Story with my family, and there's a point, you know, where Ralphie's always bullied by that tall redhead kid throughout the whole movie. And what does he do? Instead of holding in, he just snaps and he beats the shit out of that redhead kid. And my dad's like, yeah, that's the way, you know, it used to happen. You know, if someone gets bullied, they just fight them. And my uncle's like, yeah, none of this suicide shit. And it just got me thinking. And like I said, I feel bad for anyone that's committed suicide. I do. I know it can be torturous, and as a little kid, it can suck. You know, as a little kid, you don't realize what's going on in this world. You're just like, why the fuck am I getting bullied? This sucks. You know, and you got your hormones and your peer pressure and all this fucking shit. So, I think that nowadays, if someone's getting bullied, just let them fucking fight it out. You know, if you're getting bullied, you should be able to stand up to that bully and fucking fight him. Fighting is so frowned upon nowadays by schools and public figures and parents. Back in the day, people just beat the shit out of each other, young or old. Fighting, you could get away with it way more back in the day. Nowadays, you get fucking someone calls the cop if someone throws a punch, you get arrested, all this fucking bullshit. No one wants to get arrested nowadays, you can't get a good job, blah, 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 blah. Let them fucking fight it out. On the other hand, if a kid comes home and he doesn't want to take it on the bully, but you know, he doesn't want to stay all depressed and bubbled up and shit. If my kid came home and told me that he was getting bullied at school, first thing I would do is drive straight to their parents' house. And at that point, we'd have a little chat. And the bully's parents have two options. They can straighten out their fucking jackass kid, tell him to stop bullying my kid, and then everyone's gonna live in fucking Candyland. Or they're gonna not do anything about it. And at that point, I think that bully becomes free fucking range. Okay? If their fucking parents aren't gonna do anything about them being a bully, that kid will become the target by anybody, young or old. And I will make that kid's life a living hell. You fuck with my kid, who's too young and naive to defend himself, doesn't know what to do, feels hopeless, you bet your fucking ass I'm gonna stick up for him, okay? Why can't a 30 or 40-year-old pick on a fucking 10-year-old? You know? Make him feel what it's like to be picked on every fucking day. That kid will live in a living hell until he stops it. Second thing, really quick thing that grinds my gears is fucking post office workers. Oh my god. You know, these fucking people probably don't have past a high school education. The men have fucking rapist mustache. There's a 50% chance that they're gonna kill their fellow employees in their lifetime. You know, I'll have to check my stats on that one, but I'm pretty sure it's 50%. These fucking post office workers, just because their job fucking sucks and they're, you know, well, it's not a shitty job. You know what? You have a job. You're making money. You're better than the fucking Occupy people out there. Fuck them. That's for another time. So you have a job and you're probably not happy with the way your life went, yada, yada, yada. Don't fucking take it out on your customers. We're just normal people there to mail some shit out to our family or friends or customers or whatever the fuck it is. You fucking people try to fucking lecture the customers. First of all, why don't you work a little fucking slower? I was in there today and I'm like, holy shit, when did the post office turn into the DMV? I was probably in there for a solid 20 minutes in a line of about 8 people. It's like, hurry the fuck up. Anyways, these fucking people, you know, sorry that we don't all know the fucking different classes of mail and different way to mail out shit and how much everything costs and the proper fucking box to put it in. Fuck you, okay? Just tell us like we're fucking adults and not 2-year-olds who fucking lecture us and sound all high and mighty on your horse because you're in there every fucking day. You better fucking know it, and if I ever stump you on the fucking mail, then you should get fucking fired. Anyways, just be a little fucking polite to people, huh? Like bank tellers. Bank tellers are fucking nice to people. Granted, fucking 80% of bank tellers are women. Women in public service jobs just seem to be nicer to people. Unless you're a prosecutor. Wink. Anyways, that's what grinds my gears for the last couple of days. Life. Gotta fucking love it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, folks. DubalDee's here, back here, as normal human beings speak grammatically. That was a viewer rant. You can send viewer rants to edsrant@gmail.com. This one was from Scrody McBoogerballs at AOL. No, I'm kidding. No, it was actually loves to. No, stop. No, but really, no, he's right, and it's something in society that people are scared to. People are scared to do. Bullying is a huge issue, and if you don't defend yourself and bring yourself back, mentally, you know, things really get to you. You know, growing up, I was told never to hit anyone first. But if somebody hits me, there's only going to be 2 more hits. Me hitting them and them hitting the ground. Okay? Parents do not preach this to their kid anymore. They tell them to avoid all conflict because, frankly, people are scared. Because everybody sues everything. Everybody sues everybody over everything. And it's absolutely pathetic. I'm getting on his other point of, you know, people working at the post office. You know, this is a tough time of year for them. But it's no excuse. article of people getting upset, lined up on the day after on Christmas Day, lined up at UPS, and ABC News was there to report it, and people were screaming at the camera guy because they weren't getting their packages on Christmas. This is for my kids, blah, blah, blah. The reason why UPS didn't have the package there, why didn't UPS have the package? Because of weather. The weather was bad. These things happen. And because they didn't get their packages, everyone was bitching. Everyone was saying, oh, I should get this for free. Why? This things happen. Accept them. Alright? And unfortunately, the post office people are getting the grunt of that stuff. And, kind of disagreeing and agreeing at the same time with this rant. But that's about all the time we got today for this show, folks. And it was great in having you all. I wanted to end the show a little different, and this is how I want to end the shows from now on. If you see anybody wearing military outfit, I want you to go and shake their hand and thank them for their service. God bless America. Respect your mothers, and love always, always make cougars feel loved. Double D out. Keep it real. Double D. Peace.
Hey, you just listened to the whole episode 3 of Double D's World. If you like Double D's World, you need to go to Facebook and like Double D's World's page. Also follow him on Twitter at Ed's Rant. You can also just go to YouTube and watch the videos, but I suggest you go to Facebook, because the more people that go to Facebook, the more episodes Double D will produce.